It's your sister Michelle here doing another video. As you can see, I've dropped other videos. First of all, let me go back. I love you. I love you so much. I think you're wonderful. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Yeah, I'm still trying to get to my goal. You know what I mean? I noticed that. I'm going to keep it transparent with you. I've been losing subscribers. I don't know why. Maybe, maybe I'm just a little bit too raw, whatever. Maybe my time is coming. I've always told you in the past that if it ever gets to a point that I'm no longer needed here on this channel, I would bow out gracefully because I know my job at the time was done. And I'm hoping each and every one of you has learned something from me. You know what I mean? I mean, it's cool. And like I always tell you all, if you learn something from me and you go on and do what you need to do, that is all I want. If my subscriber count goes down and no one ever subscribes to me again, I have done what I thought I was put here to do. Through what I've been through, if you understand what I'm saying. And that was to help all of you, try to enlighten you, tell you how much I think about you, and give you the courage that you need to move on because your sister been there, done it. And I'm going to continue to keep on doing. But if it ever gets to a point, I'm going to, let you all know right now because I did notice that I'm not getting a lot of likes and subscribers. I'm actually losing subscribers. Maybe that's just something that happens on YouTube. I don't know. I ain't really try to research it. You know what I mean? I just come in here and talk to my family. But if it ever comes a time that it gets to a point where I notice it's no longer growing to a certain point, I just want to let you all know that I love you so much and I'm grateful that I was here with you all. But I hope to continue on. I hope to continue on. You know what I mean? I just don't want to keep on doing, what I'm doing and just burn out. I'd rather go out with a bang. Your sister gonna go out with a bang. You damn right. Hell, my whole life been with a bang. Shit. And I want you to realize that your life is going to end with a bang. In a good way. I love y'all so much. Listen, this conversation right here is about the narcissist. Now, I did a video about what the narcissist really is thinking about you, how they really feel about you, what they really, how did the narcissist really feel? Well, you know what? It struck me to say this and give you a story time. You all ready? Let's talk about a story time. Okay, now, my situation with the narcissist. I was with the narcissist for so many years. If you're just joining, I was with a narcissistic person for many years. I got children with the narcissistic bed bug, roach, water bug, beetle, termite, all those things. I ain't changed my mind. YouTube, don't block me. But listen, you already know my story, of course, if you've been following me. And I remember going back in history, thinking in my mind. And that's the thing I also want to tell you all. Narcissists always telling themselves, we've talked about that before, go back in your mind and think about the certain things that a narcissist said to you and you didn't really think it meant anything. Everything they say pretty much means something. Yes, it means something. Even if it's just them trying to tell you that you're not a good person, that means something. That means I don't want you to think this about yourself. You see what I'm saying? Even if a narcissist says, oh, I like to work at a certain kind of... No matter what, whatever they say, a lot of time has so much truth to it. They just try to throw stones and hide their hand. But you better believe me when I tell you that. No, okay, anyway, back to story time. So, my narc had told me years ago, he was like, yeah, I like a particular kind of person. I know that I have made mistakes in the past. Now listen, this is what he said to me, fam. And I should have took it to the heart. But we don't. We make mistakes. So I'm just putting it out there for those who are going through it or hearing things and they're like, what does this mean? But anyway, I remember him saying to me concerning his ex before me, right? He was like, I know that I made a lot of mistakes with her. I know that I should have done this and that. I did certain things to make her move away from me because I knew she wouldn't do it on her own. At the time, I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know about narcissists. So I'm thinking, why would he say that? Really, honestly, I was thinking, like, why would somebody say that? Like, they try to make somebody leave them alone. Well, we already know why narcissists do it. And then also, he told me at one time, he said, no, I'm going to keep it real with you. And this is real tea. We were in my car. This is the beginning of the relationship. And I was playing a slow song. I think it was Justin Timberlake. What goes around, come around. I don't know if it was that song. But anyway, fam, it was a song that was kind of slow about making regrets or whatever. And he looked at me. He was like, turn that song off. And I'll never forget because we was on our way to U-Haul. I remember the day exactly. I was on my way to U-Haul. I was moving into a new apartment, and I was at the U-Haul place getting ready to move. That's how significant it was. And it struck me so much. I remember the exact date, pretty much, you know what I mean? The time and everything else and where I was. And he says to me, turn that off. I said, why? He was like, because it brings up too many memories of what I did. Now, I didn't ask any questions. I didn't go into any details of it, right? But I remember it struck me to the core, like, at the time, like, what went on with this last relationship that you claimed you didn't do nothing wrong, and that you tried to make her move away and all this other stuff? Why are you saying that this particular moment is triggering you to feel some kind of way emotionally? Right? It goes back to what I was saying about the narcissist. They feel this kind of stuff. I had to come back and do the story time because I remember it so vividly. And I look back at my situation now today and what I went through with him, knowing, wow, that is so true. They know exactly what they be doing. They know exactly what they be doing. And they sit up and they regret what they have done. Things will trigger them, and you know what I'm saying, to get in a space where they feel uncomfortable. They might not elaborate on it, right? Where she didn't elaborate. My narcissist did not elaborate. He didn't shed a tear. But his aggression and what he said it all. So when I look back on it now, fam, I'm like, you know what? He was telling on himself. You know, they're telling themselves, you just listen. He was telling himself that I have fucked over so many people. This is just another reminder of what I've done, and I don't want to face it. That's what he was telling me, without me at the time knowing it. Okay? Listen to your sister. That's a true story time. Yes, I seen it. I heard it firsthand. So everything that I tell you, I can back it up because your sister been there. Listen to me. The narcissist is going to regret what they did to you. They regret it. They just don't express it to you. They might express it to the new supply, because I was a new supply at the time, or family members or whatever. I seen it firsthand. I heard what he said. I look back on it now and I said, my God, that was a clue for me. But we don't always see it. You know what I mean? You got to go through what you got to go through to get what you need to get. You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of life. I love you all so much. Listen to me. The narcissists, they regret what they did to you. I had to give you this quick story time. I love you. And I probably won't do a video for a while, but it is what it is. I love y'all. Have a good one. I wish you nothing but the best.